Please remain standing for the presentation of the flag and the Pledge of Allegiance. The flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Good afternoon, fellow graduates, family, friends, faculty, and honored guests. I would like to first thank the Yorktown Band Director, Mr. Joseph Wachowski, and the Cadet Corps Color Guard from the Arlington Career Center. My name is Felix Coe, and as a senior class president, I welcome you to the Yorktown Class of 2025 commencement ceremonies. As we proceed through the ceremony, we would ask all attendees to respect the significance of today's events and allow all families to share in the joy of hearing their student's name announced by refraining from using noisemakers or disrupting the ceremony in any other manner. Now, I would like to introduce Esther Naspiotis, Treasurer of the Class of 2025.
I would like to introduce our platform guests who are here today to wish us well. Dr. Francisco Duran, Superintendent of Arlington Public Schools. Miss Bethany Zecker Sutton, Vice Chair of Arlington Public Schools. Miss Kimberly Graves, Chief of School Support, Arlington Public Schools. Dr. Gerald Mann, Chief Academic Officer, Arlington Public Schools. Our thanks to them for sharing the afternoon with us. At this time, I would like to introduce someone who has been impactful on our high school experience. He has assisted us along the way and helped us make it to today's graduation. Please welcome our principal, Dr. Kevin Clark.
Good evening. Welcome to the Yorktown High School commencement ceremony. First and foremost, congratulations to our amazing seniors in the class of 2025. You are truly an incredible and accomplished group of graduates. We are so proud of you. I also want to thank you for your generous donation of toilet paper a few weeks ago. That should hold us over to the end of the school year. You may have heard the expression, fortune favors the bold. It means that those with courage are the ones who find success. Courage is important, it's true. Growing up requires courage. Going to new schools, walking into classrooms for the first time, making friends, embarking on adventures, learning a new sport, or auditioning for the spring musical. These are courageous acts. But courage alone is not enough. And today, as we reflect on how far you've come and what still lies ahead, I'd like to share 3 attributes that will help you make the most of your courage: mindset, preparation, and relationships. While it might seem like common sense, our mindset impacts how we react to the world and take on challenges. For example, having a growth mindset is the idea that intelligence is not fixed and that your brain can grow and develop. Those with a growth mindset are more likely to take actions that will lead to success and take corrective steps when things don't go their way. Mindset also applies to how we react in stressful situations. You have all experienced stress when taking on something challenging that was important to you. If you think of stress as a natural response to difficult situations, you can focus your energy on getting to the other side as a better, stronger version of yourself. Rather than trying to avoid stress, have the courage to take on a challenge. The second attribute is preparation, meaning the knowledge and skills you've developed in your life. As we come to the end of your 4 years at Yorktown, you may wonder when you'll ever need what you learned in high school. While it's true you may never use some of the facts you've learned, they're essential skills you've also developed over the years. Skills like collaboration, communication, critical thinking, creative thinking, self-awareness, and responsible decision-making. You'll need to understand how to navigate a tough assignment or how to work with new people. You need to understand how we approach learning tasks in effective ways. As you approach new challenges, be prepared. Make a plan, hone your skills, and have the courage to show everything you have to offer. You never know when you'll need the knowledge and skills that you've developed over the years. And finally, building relationships is crucial to your success. So much of our well-being and achievements hinge on relationships. Friends and families provide guidance, open doors, and give support, forging a foundation for resilience. In college and careers, we work collaboratively to achieve what individually could never be possible. An investment in relationships is what leads to personal and professional rewards and a sense of fulfillment. As you achieve success, find ways to elevate others, mentor those around you, and share in your accomplishments together. You will find your wins more meaningful and your failures less painful when shared with others. Speaking of relationships, on this momentous occasion, I encourage you to take time today and this evening to thank the people in your lives who have helped you reach this important milestone. Yorktown Class of 2025, you are about to embark on the next challenges in your life. With the right mindset, preparation, and relationships, and with a little bit of courage, I know you can change the world. Be courageous to stand up for what is right and fight for what you believe in. Congratulations on your accomplishments. As they say, once a patriot, always a patriot. I would now like to direct your attention to the graduation program, which includes a list of those seniors who earned a 4.0 or higher grade point average during their time at Yorktown. These students are graduating with distinction. I would also like to congratulate the 53 seniors who have completed the requirements for the AP Capstone Diploma for the first time in Yorktown's history. These students completed the rigorous sequence of AP Seminar and AP Research and also passed at least 4 other AP courses. They are noted with an asterisk next to their names in the program. Additionally, let's recognize the members of the senior class who are National Merit finalists. Please join me in recognizing these students by giving them a round of applause. Congratulations again to our graduates in the class of 2025.
Thank you, Dr. Clark. My name is Nicholas Chung, Secretary of the senior class. I'd like to introduce our representative valedictorian speaker, Mary Frances Dempsey. Mary Frances has loved being involved with our school over the past 4 years, leading as captain on the varsity cheer team and as style editor for the newspaper in her senior year. She has also enjoyed volunteering in the National Honor Society and as the head of a teen-led county commission. Over her high school career, she has contributed more than 1,000 hours to service projects in the community. Mary Frances looks forward to studying at the University of California, Los Angeles next fall.
Welcome, class of 2025, friends and family. My name is Mary Frances Dempsey, and I am not supposed to exist. Now let me back that up. This is a newspaper from 1970. Captain Jack Dempsey, company commander, appears relieved, holding his web gear from which a grenade was shot off, splitting it in half. Jack Dempsey is my grandpa. This was long before he had my dad, and thus long before I was born. The grenade should have gone off, but it didn't. When they looked inside, the fuse had burned up and then just stopped. The chance of a grenade being faulty is very low. And on top of that, the hot bullet going through the gunpowder could have easily set it off, even without a fuse. Or, if it had been an inch to the left, could have delivered a lethal shot. So, in conclusion, statistically, I am not supposed to exist. Upon reading this in 7th grade, I had what maybe I'd call a tween-life crisis. I thought about that grenade a lot. Every day, I worried about chance. I focused only on what could blow up in any interaction. How many grenades could exist out there? That was until high school. I was writing a story for the Yorktown Century, our school newspaper, called Humans of Arlington, inspired by Humans of New York, a blog that tried to showcase humanity. To write the story, I had to go out onto the street and interview total strangers about their lives. I initially was scared. Despite that fear, I set out to try it anyway. I hoped to find a few funny anecdotes, maybe a couple cool stories. But what I found instead was so much greater. From interviewing hundreds of different people from all walks of life, there was one common theme. The stories they shared were not of fear, but of helping others. A woman from Finland described the time she gave a cold stranger her jacket. A security guard at our school collected hundreds of computers for those in need in his home country in Africa. My subjects were kind in simple ways, too. They made room for me on the sidewalk, told me when I forgot to hit the record button, they smiled. We commonly overlook these acts of kindness. They happen so often, I don't think we understand how special they are. How many times did someone in this room do something kind for you, wanting nothing in return? And yet, how many times were we afraid to approach them, worried that we would be met with judgment? The thing that is extraordinary about us is that we help each other, even when it makes more sense for us not to. And yet we forget this. We have this thing in cheer we say to the people in the air when we lift them up, "Don't look down or else you will go down." I believe the same applies to humans. If we always look down, if we see humanity as cruel, how many conversations do we avoid? What are we missing? When I asked young students from war zones about their lives, they told me that even after all they had been through, they wished to just talk to someone from the other side. They had experienced some of the worst pain imaginable caused by other humans, and yet they still wanted to find the similarities within us all. Children want to see the good in other people. I don't think this trait magically disappears when we get older, but I think sometimes we learn to fear the world. As we age, we stop reaching out to the unknown. We overestimate our knowledge of others. We sort the world into friends or potential enemies. We don't engage with others because we fear finding a grenade. But as we leave Yorktown, we must not forget the unexpected allies, the strangers we made baller presentations with, and the seminars that challenged us to talk to those we disagreed with without fear of hostility. After we graduate, the world will try to convince us that we should close ourselves off. It will be so tempting to give into that thought. But we must focus instead on the times we were able to connect with others despite our fears. When we are pulled once again into believing the world is black and white, I beg us to remember the times when the vibrant colors of other human souls lit up our lives. The good is there. We cannot let the grenades of this world convince us that it is not. So trust. Wear your heart on your sleeve and do not focus on the grenade. Focus on the good. Because no one is going to change this world if they think it is doomed. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Mary Frances. I am Georgia Hardiman, Vice President of this year's senior class. Our class is extremely proud of the wide variety of talents displayed by members of our school in activities such as sports, drama, art, and music. At this time, we are grateful to have our classmates in the Yorktown Chamber Choir, under the direction of Miss Jocelyn Mullins, perform Shenandoah, arranged by Darman Meter, as well as Irish Blessing, arranged by Joyce Eilers-Bacak. Thank you, Ms. Mullins and the wonderful Yorktown vocal groups. I'd like to introduce our senior class representative speaker, Carson Knowles. Carson has been in several theater shows here at Yorktown. Two of her favorite memories are performing as Madame Thénardier on the Kennedy Center stage and playing John Proctor in The Crucible. She has also enjoyed her time in yearbook and in presenting our school morning announcements each day. Carson values the strong connections she has made with her friends, classmates, teachers, and administrators throughout these 4 years. This fall, Carson will attend Virginia Tech, where she plans to study neuroscience.
Good morning, Yorktown. It's Carson, and I'm back with your morning announcements. Oh, you know what? Wrong script. Here we go. Good evening, Yorktown seniors, friends, and family. It's Carson, and I'm standing here with the honor of speaking on behalf of the class of 2025. Every graduate in here tonight has something to be proud of. We've made it, and I first want to remind you just how impressive that actually is. You don't have to look far to see it. All you have to do is look through our yearbook to see how awesome we are. Page 53, our varsity girls swim and dive team brought home the state championship this year. Page 209, our varsity boys basketball team tied the record for amount of wins in a season. Page 23, we have graduates joining the Marines or who train to be chefs or mechanics or filmmakers at the Career Center, pursuing their passions. Yep. Page 74, this class has 33 athletic college commits. Now that's not just talent, that's dedication. Oh, yeah, there we go. Page 102. Our theater department became VHSL district champs this year and raised the bar again with 2 incredible shows. Page 109, we have 122 clubs at Yorktown, many led by seniors. You guys raised money for charity and learned valuable leadership skills. And then there's all the pages in between that celebrate the people I haven't mentioned. Take, for example, our English learner students. Many came here navigating a new culture and a new language, and they are leaving here tonight multicultural, multilingual, and truly impressive. But listen, this is more than just a highlight reel. It's proof of what we've accomplished. It's a mosaic of our passions and our potential. Because if we did all this in just 4 years, imagine what we're going to do in the next 70. But beyond the pages of our accomplishments, what truly matters is the people we are becoming. A Yorktown administrator once told me, you only have 2 people to impress in your lifetime, your 8-year-old self and your 88-year-old self. Think about that for a moment. Think about your 8-year-old self, the kid who dreamed without limits, who wanted to be a doctor, an actor, or a sports player. That version of you that just wanted to have fun, to explore everything. Now flash forward. Picture your 88-year-old self, maybe sitting somewhere quiet, reflecting on the life that you have lived. What do you want that version of yourself to remember? Because I'm willing to bet it's not going to be about perfection, but about the people we've loved, the chances we've taken, and the kind of person we chose to be. So then the question becomes, have we lived a life that makes both versions of ourselves proud? That curious little kid and the mature adult. As we move forward, I want you to join me in carrying both versions of yourself with you. And whatever we choose to do in life, let's become people that our younger selves would look up to and that our older selves would thank. One more thing. Seniors, I've spoken to you guys through our PA system almost every morning for the past year and a half, and I have loved every minute of bringing you the Yorktown morning announcements, and I hope you have loved them just as much as I have. So, for the last and best time, thank you, and let's have a legendary life, Patriots!
Thank you, Carson. At this time, I would like to recognize our class sponsors, Mr. Jeffrey Stahl and Miss Emily Ward. We are so appreciative of their guidance they have provided us, and I cannot imagine us getting here today without their assistance and advice every step of the way. And now, I would like to introduce the Class of 2025 Assistant Principal, Ms. Laura Porter, who will now present the 2025 graduates.
I'd like to ask the members of the Class of 2025 to please rise at this time. Dr. Clark, I certify that all the students before you have, or will meet by the conclusion of summer school, met the graduation requirements as set forth by the Commonwealth of Virginia.
All right. Felix Wynn Coe. Georgia Williams Hardiman. Esrin Ellie Aspiotis. Nicholas Barron Chung. Mary Frances Dempsey. Carson Mary Knowles. You guys can be seated.
Lauren Holland Adams. William Walker Agnew. Peter F.A. Akay. Ryan Alawi. David Albaran Garcia. Riley Alexander. Neil Alexander Allman. Roger David Allenbaugh III. Ajay Sharing Allman. Lila Catherine Almy. Amna Altuhami. Abigail Juliet Andelman. Katie Anderson Garbo. Andrew McInlay Anderson. Casey O'Brien Anderson. Claire Elizabeth Andres. Mari Claire Angebrandt. Kai Antunes de Siqueira. Jaden Bryce Arce. Jasmine Abdullahi Arena. Adriana Abigail Arias Mena. Alicia Michelle Armesto. Melanie Isabella Armesto. Lauren Nicole Arnold. Guadalupe Nicole Ayala Navarro. Ahmad Jaber Bakshi. Mursal Bakshi. Antonio Andres Valderrama. Austin Philip Barbieri. David James Barclay. Karina Eve Barkoff. Brittany Fernanda Barrera Barrera. Diego Ruben Barrera Vasquez. Thomas John Bartlett. Josephine Judith Barton. Paige Sydney Baskin. Alexandra Rachel Bass. Sonia Elizabeth Bass. NRL Emmy Bassahan. Sarul Bayar Sahan. Brett Cameron Beal. Sheridan Renee Beatty. Paul Evan Beeman. Samuel Christopher Beelan. Quinn Albert Belt. Sophia Clara Bernard. Scarlett Grace Bennett. Greta Bell Benston. Nicholas Patrick Bent. Christopher Warren Bergman. Ileana Lizeth Bermudez Martinez. Tristan Jonathan Bilbray. Nathaniel Alistar Birdsall. Jameson Connor Black. Pariazer Michelle Blackburn. Ethan George Blaisher. Haley Sydney Bloom. Joshua David Bodenstein. Julia Grace Bowler. Kai Michael Boston. Brett Norman Boudreau. Emma Lynn Imani Bowers. Charlotte Virginia Bowman. Margot Amelie Boyer. Casey Alejandro Bransford. Cora Yafeng Bronstein. Justin Walker Bronstein. Honor Ava Mae Brock. Samuel Bryson Brooks. Kelly Julia Brown. Reed Chang Bryan. Grant Charles Buckley. Hayden Charles Buell. Olivia Everett Bergeson. Cassandra Burns. Sophia Pelletro Butler. Tuman Elliott Bayan Jargal. Selimun Bayamba Ardeen. Evelyn Wills Callahan. Madison Rose Cameron. Owen Percy Campbell. Hei Sao. Claire Amanda Capwell. Victoria Denise Carcillo. Melena Ann Cardinale. Hayden Paul Carpenter. Iris Berger Carvalho. Kobe John Casalango. Jackson Renner Caswell. Diana Michelle Cervantes Camacho. Caleb Carter Chang. Ella Rose Chapman. Michael Scott Chase. Samuel Isaac Chesser. Bryce Ann Christensen. Reese Elizabeth Clark. Christopher Gray Kobe. Zachary Eisen Cohen. Elise Sarah Colwell. Emily Sophia Condor Haya. Peyton Mitchell Cooper. Isabel Rain Corbett. J. Newman Cranford. Jerima Denora Cruz Baquedano. Daniel Frederick Chakowski. Travis Song Dai. Grace Carol de Alessandris. Reed William Daly. Charlie Myers Dansker. Andrew Beauregard Davis. Corbin Lee Davis. Christopher Alexander de Leon Ramirez. Isla Naomi DeGrand. Chloe Elizabeth Dennis. Nicholas James Dennis. Elena Claire Desatel. Hadley Quinn DeWitt. Lily Shekarich Desfolian. Luca Shekarich Desfolian. Sophia Margaret Diascro. Celeste Rachel Diaz Castellanos. Kevin Steve Diaz Villarroel. Andrew Matthew Dillon. Mia Ann Demina. Caroline Elizabeth Doan. Patrick Ryan Dockery. Madison Rose Dooley. Ella Margaret Doonan. Miles Benjamin Douglas. Carlton Andre Duncan, Jr. Alexander Crystal Duong. Andrea Michelle Duran Quintero. Amelia Ann Dwyer. Henry Robert Dwyer.
Hewitt Joseph Ebert. Gabriel Alexander Edmeades. Calhoun Enkbold. Danita Inkter. Laurel Eden Ensign. John Daniel Erkman. Jennifer Azucenza España Rodas. Eric Armando Estrada Guzman. Christian Drillan Estrada. Danya Amar Fadil. Julia Elizabeth Fengi. Elijah Zudu Fante. Amber Farouk. Mitchell Thurn Ferguson. Jacqueline Sophia Fernandez. Rocco Joseph Ferry. Amelia Filaire. Benjamin Van Mollem Fillmore. Max Jacob Firebaugh. Josephine Patricia Flannery Goodman. Margaret Carol Flannery Goodman. Layla Flores. Cassin Jane Foreman. Olivia Sarah Frank. Jack William Freeman. Kieran Virginia Freemel. Audrey Sophia Gagne. Martha Victoria Gaginski. Kayla Corinne Gayton. Claire Elizabeth Gantz. Jillian Elise Gantz. Luis Roberto Garcia Palo. Sophia Marie Gimbalvo. Joshua McKay Gill. Caroline Burke Dillon. Anderson Maceo Giron. Tate Samuel Glassman. BJ Amir Gloria. Livni Esther Gomez Hernandez. Cameron Tristan Lee Gonzalez. Isabel Alessandra Gonzalez. Daniela Gonzalez Castro. Larson Nicholas Grant. Allison Paige Graves. Scarlett Ann Gray. Eleanor Jane Green. Miles Anthony Green. Quincy Jane Green. Cassidy Shea Greenwald. Grayson Cooper Gruenveld. Jonah Joseph Gropper. Dylan John Grorud. Kayla Sky Guatemala. Eric Alexander Gudiel Hernandez. Inez Aya Galal. Ryan Andrew Guerreri. Sana Gupta. McKenna May Gergo. Charlotte Reese Hutchinson Geyer. Catherine Ann Hadges. Matthew Isaiah Hamrick. Callan Pierce Hanley. Kira Noel Hanmer. James Samuel Hardy. Kian Joseph Hardy. William Cummings Harned. Colin James Hart. Jack Henry Hartman. Allison Brooke Harvey. Nasser Hadahit. Olivia Grace Hayes. Sarah Mahmoud Mohammed Higazi. Olivia Hillary Hale. Ellie Lauren Herman. Noah Morgan Herman. Edwin Hernandez. Sophia Hernandez Mendez. Catherine Ann Herman. Matthew Fogarty Hertzfeld. Julian Emmett Higgins. Natalie Raxa Ho. Jasper Covell Hawker. Benjamin Charles Hoffman. Kylie Sarah Hoffman. Storm Honigstock. Charles Eli Hotra. Thomas Jonathan Jackson Houchins. Claire Elizabeth Husky. Abigail Grace Iger. Johan Jose Iglesias Baiza. Mauricio Andre Ignario. Darren Tyler Jackson. Aya Elena Jahari. Amelia Margaret Jekanowski. Daniel John Johnson. Kayla Addison Johnson. Riley Bacher Johnson. Spencer Isaac Johnson. Juliet Hannah Jones. Nicholas Gareth Jones. Charlie Hope Juckett. Ian Cadera. Madeline Renee Camholes. Ava Elizabeth Katona. William Joseph Carney. Anthony Vladimir Kiever. Tashawn Velis Kenny. Sophie Pickens Kepler. Shazad Khan. Tareem Khan. Cambis Connie. Oliver Pinero Kluge. Carter Joseph Knott. Harper Stewart Coyce. Kira Kosmich. Peter Wilkins Kress. Delaney Yvette Lack. Tegan Colquitt Large. Alejandro Esteban LaRusse. Aaron Unji Lee. Nathaniel Bruce Levin. Andrew Henry Levine. Dylan Matthew Levy. Rachel Ruth Lincoln. Anthony Joseph Pasqualini Litau. Kaylee Jacqueline Lopez Baron. Genevieve Graham Los. Dominique Marie Lawnberg. Denary Gomez. Patrick Brady Lowry. Finn Gordon Luca. Haley Winter Lutz. Richard Sebastian Luzon Borges. Helene Elizabeth Leiden. Audrey Danielle Lynch.
Matthew Yaton Aslaxon. Ava Catherine Barnes. Morgan Elizabeth Beller. Jacob Daniel Maxwell Benson. Sophia Bogdan Mahmoudi. Livia Leigh Carmen. Nathan Abraham Cohen. Ella Marie Dunn. Brendan Arthur Foley. Ruby Jane Hannigan. Luke Maine Hoppy. Isabella Grace Houston. Liam Vincent Couchbrenner. Evelyn Janine Kaplowitz. Samuel Augustus Klowan. Gianna Scott Mars. Alexandra Elizabeth May. George Thomas Papantonio. Caleb Asher Pennington. Francesca Mireya Pereira. Abigail Hill Putnam. Colin Thomas Riley. Ryan C. Shimenti. Katie Gabriella Shore. Catherine Stewart Sullivan. Caitlin Hope Webster. Andrew Joseph Wright. Colin Michael Madden. Ellen Ann Malloy. Taya Elizabeth Maloney. Wajia Mansouri. Sophia Maria Marcus. Jonathan Daniel Markowitz. Julia Fox Markowitz. Brian Purnell Marles. Weston Taylor Marshall. Pearl Lucille Martin. Alondra Teresa Martinez. Madeline Reese Matthews. Maynor Alexander Mazariejos Gonzalez. Grayson Turpin McCarthy. Alan Wesley McCartney. Paige Ryan McCormack. Ethan James Gordon McCormick. Ellie Grace McCracken. Jack David McCrary. Margaret Marie McLaughlin. Brecklin Kimberly McMahon. Jackson Peter McMahon. Joel Alexander Meck. Sylvia Nicole Meck. Henry Silas Meehan. Patrick Mellett. Zachary Scott Meltzer. Obai Hasham E. Murdad. Rowan Massey Miller. Nicholas Milovanovic. Lillian Jane Mitchell. John Robert Mobley. Kareem Yusuf Mohammed. Rayan Mohammed. Zainab Abdelwahab Mohammed. Erling Adan Mondragon Ziron. Connor James Mongovin. Reese Helen Montgomery. Beck Anthony Monticello. Stella Nolan Moran. Drew Reese Morgan. Margaret Jane Morris. Adam Elias Muhyiddin. Sean Kyle Moyoroka. Marissa Kiana Musino. Ade Abeba Mihiret Mulatu. Jack Henry Munn. Fiorella Aurora Muzal. Joyce Birungi Nabandin. Anand Peter Manesh Nachnani. Tara Patricia Nadiga. Kiran Takaaki Nakata. Alejandra Michelle Nataran Hernandez. Riley Jack Naughton. Mohammed Rasul Indai. Lorelei Grace Neer. Bethlehem Nagusi. Andrew Martin Nelson. Isabel Ann Nelson. Alexandra Lorena Newman. Winston Luke Wynn. Amelia Ruth Obitz. Claudia Maritza Ochoa Rodas. Sophia Alessandra O'Connell. Thomas Grady O'Connor. Joseph Thomas Offit. Sydney Roan Auger. Sophia Elizabeth Rose O'Malley. Ian John O'Neill. Sophia Lale Onur. Alejandro Javier Ortega. William Kenneth O'Sullivan. Alexander Akandava. Gabriel Hedry O'Toole. Evelyn Rose Pear. Caitlin Rain Pear. Joseph Francis Palm. Samantha Crosby Parker. Javian Emilio Parra. Gabriel Orion Parsons. Aaron Alexander Pease. Mia Cristina Perez Angel. Catherine Elena Perez. Jamie Jocelyn Perez. Mila Sofia Perez. Diana Perez Luen. Luis David Perez Luen. Brendan Luke Bender Perkins. Declan Joseph Peter. Ming Nat Fan. Natalie McQuiston Pearsall. Brennan Lawrence Pilot. Samantha K. Pizzi. Audrey Susanna Pokras. Lucy Elizabeth Powell. Eleonora Lynn Prantner. Isabel Sophia Karama-Caton. Ella Ruth Radis.
Monsajan Rajvav. Natalie Tuvi Raman. Justin Manolo Ramirez. Virginia Watts Ramsey. John Joseph Randisi. Jack Morgan Reed. Let's go. William Patrick Riley. Elena Nicole Reiser. Christopher Stephen Ratana Godoy. Matias Ribera Ale. Corinne Nicole Rigoli. Angel Isaac Rivera Bonilla. Jack Brando Robinson.
Oh my God, now everyone's hiding. Oh my God.
Jonas Milan Robledo. Megan Catherine Rogers. Eleonora Romani. Jordan Alexander Romero Gutierrez. Madeline Grace Kavari Ronca. Hayden Lake Rosen. Emerson Laura Rosenberger. Midori Jordan Rowley. Madeline Cora Rubenstein. Jack Richard Rubin. Caroline Juliette Ruck. William Jacob Rucker. John Daniel Rudicelli. Robert Francis Russo. Avery Lauren Ryder. Minjun Rue. Kieran Elliott Sachs. Ella Claire Sadowskis. Sophia Marie Sines. Shabana Safi. Ethan Thomas Saylor. Hunter Jordan Salinas. Billy Brandon Sanchez Cabrera. Jessica Elizabeth Sanchez. Seth Timothy Sanders. Luke Robert Sani. Megan Erica Satori. Grace Taylor Satori. Javier Santiago Schandelbauer. Micah Shankman. Isaac Matthew Scheller. Hunter Elizabeth Schmeling. Brendan Richard Schmidt. Catherine Elizabeth Schmidt. Ryan Richard Schmidt. William David Shriver. Elizabeth Schwab. Sorry. Derek Robert Schwade. Caroline Schwabach. Emily Sia. Nicholas Stephen Sankis. Stephen Sariter Serenen. Sebastian Nicholas Sevilla. Tamina Shakya. Zachary Charles Sheehy. Morgan Lynn Shelton. Nora Marie Sherman. Michael Oliver Shields. Delaney Grace Sinton. Addison Rose Smith. Sienna Taylor Smith. Jeffrey Daniel Snow. Nikita Solovyov. Dylan McCormick Sossler. Hendrik Zwinkel Southard. Olivia Victoria Stafford. Azara Zanasha Anira Steele Booker. Avery Caroline Stell. Victoria Stefanuk.
Give it a second. Okay.
Isabella Josephine Stevenson. Meredith Lucia Strazella. Maya Monique Strickland. Nicholas Andrew Suarez Villarreal. Ario Shugiarto. Jonah Leigh Sullivan. Annie Schwartz. Lynx Sword. William Finn Talon. Lula Kate Tankersley. Jessica Marie Taylor. William John Taylor. Nathaniel Morrison Therese. Batanya Tesfaye. Philip Bryce Thevnay. Brendan Michael Thompson. Amaya Jelaya Tigney. David Asau Turbar Hernandez. Jose Daniel Tobar Hernandez. Henry Warren Top. Caleb Tun Tran. William Paul Trimmer. Max Joseph Triano. Artyom Olin Tyler. Lauren May Upadhyay. Andrew Benjamin Van Houten. Callista June Anita Vance. William Hudson Van Dahl. Kimberly Catherine Vasquez Escobar. Hannah Alyssa Vasquez. Connor Evan Vout. Natalie Rose Vipond. Matthew Ian Voigt. Aaron Thomas Volkwan. Aiden Michael Jan Vroom. Ella Elizabeth Wager. Egypt Corey Marie Walker. Sandis William Walker. Henry Richard Wallace. Carson Mitchell Wallen. Amy Elizabeth Walsh. Patrick John Walsh. Isabel Eno Varga. Mark Warren. Alessio David Waugh. William Davis Weber. Charlotte Elizabeth Weingart. Francis Bernard Weingart. Camille Joe Welsh. Peter James Welsh. Allison Rachel White. Charlotte Lynn Wilhite. Karenna Grace Wilson. Mason Price Wing. Arizona Ray Wynn. Holden Payne Woods. Owen Peter Woodward. Bryn Moore Worrell. Kenzo Yahe Yamaski. Kevin Stevens Yanez Diaz. Kadu Sam Yinsu. Amay Catherine Yoder. Randolph Wade Young. Kimberly Yanira Zamora. Molly Grace Zaro. Jonathan Zavala. Braden Michael Z. Cesar Danilo Vasquez Lopez. Andy Urel Lopez Lopez. Let me be the first to congratulate the class of 2025 for their outstanding accomplishments. All graduates can now move their tassel to the other side. Please rise for the national anthem performed by the Yorktown Band under the direction of Mr. Joseph Witkowski.
don't. Guys.
Let me know. Thank you, Mr. Wachowski and the Yorktown Band.
Sit.
This concludes Yorktown High School's 2025 graduation ceremony.
Guys, help.
Students, please wait to be dismissed by the marshals after the faculty exits. All, please remain standing as the graduates recess. Thank you.